Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly Tarotscopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading.
Libra.
Hello Libra, welcome to your September of 2014 Tarotscope, mini astrology reading, and animal totem for September of 2014. Okay, these cards are coming right out, so let's get into it. Okay. Alright, we've got some people showing up, some Queen of Cups and a King of Rods. So let's see what else we got going on here. Alright, I'm going to put these last few cards down here. Alright, let's take a look now. Alright, so Temperance is there in reverse up in this first section, and that's saying that things are out of balance. And very often, and I've got a Queen of Cups upright, King of Rods in reverse. Now you're air, so I mean you could be this person down here. This may be one of these people, maybe you, or maybe it's talking about water and fire time, which would have been when we transitioned from Cancer to Leo, which that would have been in July. Maybe something came up in July here. We've got the Queen of Cups upright and the King of Rods in reverse. And I feel like this Temperance is really referring to that. I feel like there's a relationship that's out of balance. That one person, and you, the Libras, you know, that's your thing, man. You guys like to have things in balance. That's your whole, you know, symbol and everything is the balance of Libra. That's the key word, right? So you don't like it when things are out of balance. And I've got this Queen of Cups, and they've got their, notice how they look away from each other. The Queen of Cups looks this way, the King of Rods looks this way. So they're not on the same page at all. Whether one of these is you or not, or maybe it's just another major relationship that you're being affected by, but highly likely one of these are you. Could be love, but doesn't have to be. You know, it's two people who are not on the same page. And you know, they got their backs turned to each other, so yeah, it could be a stalemate. No, I feel one way, I feel another way. But I almost feel like it's life paths. I want to go in this direction, and I want to go in this direction. And that could be one of the key things that can, you know, make or break a relationship, is being on the same path, wanting the same things out of life, where your two paths can come together and coincide. You know, if two people are going in this different directions, then that's not bringing you together, right? So that's going on, but then the World in reverse is there. And I'm feeling like neither one of you see it. You know, and I don't even know that it doesn't have to be like, oh, you don't see that this guy could be such a great match for you. You know, maybe not necessarily. But there is something here, World in reverse, something that you're not seeing. World is always something wonderful and great and beautiful that's coming your way. It's better than you ever imagined. It's one of the best cards in the deck, okay? So you don't want to turn your back on Wheel. It could also be saying, like, maybe you guys, two people are going to go their separate ways. And maybe you don't, it seems hurtful now, it seems like it's not a great thing, but maybe in the end it will be the world. You know, maybe in the end it is the best thing for all concerned. You know, that might be the message there. Well, this line up here sure looks good. It's talking about finances increasing, finally getting out of a state of lack, or being maybe behind on some bills or something. Like this card shows like this, and these other cards surrounding it, telling me maybe you're getting caught up finally. And another thing here is 8 of Pentacles with 7 of Cups. I like this setup a lot. 8 of Pentacles is doing work that you really love to do. Note that even though he's working on this and polishing it, and he's very absorbed in it, there's money piling up behind him. But the key to this card is doing what you love. That's not your main objective, to going after the money. You're just doing it and you're good at it, and therefore, you know, the money follows. It's like that do what you love and the money follows saying. And then 7 of Cups is saying this is, you know, dreaming. It could also be some of your, many Libras are creative. This could be some creative endeavor. Because this 7 of Cups is like, oh, my dreams are becoming a reality. But this is also the ability to visualize and bring what you're visualizing into reality. Like you see it in your mind's eye, then you draw it, say. Or you hear it in your head and then you write it out, you know. This could totally be a card of really being on a big creative streak. But not only being on a big creative streak, but getting paid for it. You know, getting some money from it, you know. And it's enjoyable. It's not something that it's a drudgery that you have to do. It's something that you enjoy doing. Then I got Page of Rods, Page of Pentacles. News coming about taking action and doing things, and money's coming from it. So again, it's like action-oriented things that you're doing just because you want to do them. I'm feeling very strongly that this is stuff that you just like to do. And maybe in your wildest dreams you think, oh, I could make it you know, oh, if I could only make it as an artist, you know, but I still have to work my day job for now, you know. Or maybe you're selling on Etsy or doing, you know, something like that, you know, with your creative stuff. Or maybe it's musical too, you know, but it feels very strong about creative. It feels very strong about you really being in touch with tapping into things that are not there and making them be here in this third dimension. You know, you're able to visualize it, dream it. Could be dreams too. Could get epiphanies through dreams, absolutely. And then the news follows. The news follows. Let's do something. Let's do, you know, let's do a project. Let's, you know, you get in the art show. Let's make a band, you know, whatever. And it brings some money for you. It does bring some money for you. You know, this card also in the upright position can be that mentality of the starving artist. Oh, well, I love, but I could never make a living doing it, my art. But maybe it's like the light's cracking through and you're saying, oh, maybe I can, you know, maybe I can make a living at it, or at least a good portion of my living could come through it, and maybe I could cut back and only work part-time and have more time for my creative stuff, you know, things like that. More time for joyful stuff, too. This could even be kids, because these pages are younger people, you know. I usually use them just as messengers, but they can also represent the younger people. So if you have kids, maybe it's, you know, I'm making money doing this and I could spend more time with my kids. Or maybe it is teaching a class of art to kids even, you know, or whatever, music, whatever it might be. Writing class or something fun. You know, it looks like fun things that you like doing anyway, and then being able to make a little money at it. And maybe more than a little. You know, maybe it's turning into your actual substantial income for you, stream of income. Now there is some stuff down here. It says wish is not coming true, and it's not justice in reverse. But I'm still feeling like, and this would be you, Libra. I just feel like you're having an awakening now. You know, I feel like this is what I feel like, that this is just an ongoing thing. You know, your wish does not come true. Maybe you do have to work some crap job that you hate. And it isn't fair. You're not treated fairly there. But you just keep prodding along with this heavy burden on your back. And the wish card, here's what I'm feeling. The wish card is saying it's not going to change. That's what I get about this. But you don't have to stay and take it, you know. And I'm looking at the face of this King of Swords, and I just feel like he gets it. Or she, or you. It's you. I feel like you just finally get it. It's just like, you know what? This place is never going to change. I'm never going to get ahead here. I'm always just going to be a dredge, you know, carrying this heavy load on my back, and they're never going to treat me fairly like I deserve to be. Screw it. I am not doing it anymore. And also, like, not, because the Four of Pentacles is in reverse, too. So it's this, like, Four of Pentacles is that miser card, or somebody who holds on really tight to their money. So it's in reverse, which I like. So, or maybe you're just saying, hey, look, I am just not going to do this anymore. I don't care. Maybe I won't be able to afford as many luxuries for a little while, but I'll trade it. It's a good trade-off to keep myself sane and keep myself from working myself to death and burning out. Because this is what I feel like this is. It's just working myself to death. I'm just carrying so much load. And I think for a long time you probably did hope that things would change, or maybe if you just did a good job or worked harder, that it would turn around. Looks like it's not happening. And yeah, injustice. You've been treated unfairly. You have, you know, and there's no doubt about it. But, you know, sticking around and taking more of it is not going to be, make you feel better or resolve anything. It's not going to be resolved. And I think it's a case of your pain pushes you until your vision pulls you, you know. So you've been pushed by pain, and then now you're coming around. You know, I'm looking at this justice, and for some reason those green, is it beads? It's part of a sweater here, but upside down it looked like a green necklace. So I don't know, that might have something to do with enough people out there that the Spirit's showing it to me, or maybe it makes some sense to you. Also green is actually your heart chakra, but it's on her throat here. So maybe you need to speak your heart. Maybe you need to speak out. Just say your piece and go. And maybe, you know, they're not going to like it. And they're not going to... Here's the thing, they're not going to care. That's what I really get about it. I feel definitely like this, they don't care anyway. So, you know, but maybe it'll just make you feel better. I don't really feel like you need to speak it. I feel like you just need to realize it and see it. And bottom line, spending more time on the things you love rather than the things that just drain your energy and are burdensome on you, you know. And good things will come from that. You know, I feel like good things are going to come from that for you, Libra. Well, let's pull out this wheel and take a look at your chart for the month here. Okay, the first thing that's happening is on the 8th of September, we're going to have a full moon in your 6th house of work and health. You know, that could be a day it's just where I'm just fed up with this. I am not going to deal with it anymore. Also, like, do the releasing things good for health. Health things, like maybe try to quit smoking on that day. You know, releasing cigarettes or releasing diet. You know, losing weight on your body. You know, that's a good time. It's full moon in the 6th house, and as it wanes, the releasing energy. And then the new moon on the 24th is in your sign, in Libra, in your 1st house. Great day to just unveil the new you. Hey, here's the new me. You know, or make the changes that you want to do in life. You know, that would be the ideal day of the 24th. That is the new moon in your sign is almost like a new year and a solar return. It's also a great day to make all your affirmations and do all the things that you're trying to achieve and the new beginnings that you want to make for yourself for the year ahead. Okay, well, this already flipped out here, so here it is. Your animal totem card for the month is peacock. So strut your stuff, baby. Show your colors. Okay, I'll be right back with the interpretation. The main message for the peacock is death and resurrection, apparently because of its resemblance to the phoenix. In Egypt, they were considered sacred, and they killed snakes and pests. So it's about eliminating pests from your lives. It was also associated with the all-seeing eye of Horus. So it's like seen and being seen. Another association has to do with feet and reflexology. You may benefit from a foot massage or pedicure or a reflexology treatment. For me, I felt like it was saying, show your stuff. You know, proud peacock, they're showing their stuff. They're strutting their stuff. Here I am, look at me in all my glory, for good or for ill. So my vibe with this card for you was more about just putting yourself out there. If you have interest in learning more about it, there's plenty of online information that you can look up on your own. Okay, before we go, I want to remind you all that I do have a book out called Tarot in the Modern World. And if you enjoy these readings that I do on YouTube here, chances are you're going to enjoy the book. It's easy to understand terms. I give upright and reverse position. And then I also give like a little bit of an interpretation of how to relate it to other cards, as I do when you watch the videos here, as I relate all the cards together, because I feel like that's really important. And I give like a little poem to, you know, kind of help you remember it. A new beginning is in store for you. It may involve love or creativity too, for the Ace of Cups. So it's a nice little book, easy to understand. It's available on Amazon, and you can find the link below. I also want to remind you that I have on other channels. If you look at my main page, The Rock and Roll Prophetess, I have a couple of other channels. One is music as a keyboard player, and I also write music, so if anybody wants to record any of my material, I would love to hear somebody else's take on it. And secondly, I have my children's channel, the Learning Songs for Kids, which features learning songs for kids. It pretty much says it all. But also the Green Glen Gang, which is something I've been trying to get going for a while, and I've been doing it lately in 3D as opposed to 2D, and I feel like that's the way that they're meant to appear on the screen or wherever they're going to end up being. So if you're interested in learning more about that or helping me get it out there, I'd love to hear from you on that. Or if you just have little kids, you know, check out the learning songs that are on the page, on the channel. I want to thank you all for donating, because your little donations, big or small, it all goes together, and it really helps me to continue to do these free videos every month. Also, I want to thank you all for liking and sharing and commenting my videos, and ordering readings and ordering charts, and also the Tapestry of Life mandalas I wanted to mention. I don't always mention these, but this is something that I do. It's spiritual art based on your chart, just like this wheel here that we have. Everybody has an astrology chart with aspects in it, and that's how I created the Tapestry of Life mandalas. As I said before, it really is a labor of love. It takes many hours to complete it, but it's such an intense, cool, beautiful thing when it's all said and done. And I pick up a lot of psychic stuff on you as I'm creating it, and people have told me time and time again that as they gaze on it or look at it, you know, they start getting stuff too, because the swirly designs really lend itself to letting the imagination flow, just like sometimes in the tarot cards where there's like some swirly designs. You know, it might take you away, or you'll see other pictures or other visions within it. So I want to thank you all for ordering the mandalas and liking, commenting, ordering readings. And I want you to remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.